Welcome to the second part of the Steam Games Discount tutorial, and in this part we're going to go ahead and actually create the UI so that we can display the information we got from the last video. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and wrap everything, or we can actually just go ahead and create a navigation view. And inside this navigation view we're going to create a list which is going to contain the games. And for each game that's contained in that list, we're going to type in game in, and we're going to apply the following code to it. But now, before we do any of that, we need to get rid of this text field. And before we do that, of course, we should copy this .onAppear and place it right under the list. So we want it to be right here. Then go ahead and delete the text view. So that means every time this list appears, we're going to get this called. And that means we're going to get new data each time the user ends up on this screen. And if we run the program, we should have no errors, but we will also have nothing on the screen, which kind of sucks. And there's actually another thing we can do, and that is create a navigation title. And as the title, we're going to just type in Steam Games. So far, so good. Now it's time to actually go ahead and create the navigation links. So inside the list, we can go ahead and type in navigation link, and we need a destination, which can be a custom view, of course. But for this simple example, we're just going to create a text. And inside here, we're going to interpolate. And we're going to type in game.title. So each time we click on an item, it's going to take us to this view over here and display the game.title that we clicked on. Then we need to open up a box once again, and we need to create an H stack. And inside this H stack, we're going to give it a spacing of 30. Then we need to create a box once again. And we're going to start off with loading the images. So we're going to call async image, which is only available for iOS 15. So you're going to have to create a workaround in case you have a phone target that is less than that. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be using this because it's simple and gets the point across. So here we'll type in async image, and we need to provide a URL, of course, which is going to be the URL of a string of game.thumb. And we're also going to go ahead and assert that this will never be nil, which of course is a dangerous operation, so make sure you are certain that this will never be nil. Then we need to create a block and type in image in, and we're going to call image.resizable and .scaled to fill. And the nice thing about the async image API, we can also go ahead and provide a placeholder. So the placeholder is going to consist of the color.gray.opacity, which will be set to 0.3. And under that, we need to provide a frame for all of this. So we'll type in frame, and it will have a width of 100 and a height of 50. And of course, it's not going to load because, again, I mentioned this is only available for iOS 15, and my compiler is targeting iOS 14. So in case yours does that as well, go ahead and click over the warning and click on fix, and it's going to give you this default code, which will just help you with doing what you need to do. So of course, if iOS 15 is available, use this. Otherwise, you're going to have to use different code to display the image. But just to make sure things are working, go ahead and launch the app. And what you should see are images being loaded into the screen. And when you click on them, it will give you the title of the game. So if this is happening for you as well, you're doing great so far. We just have one more thing we have to do, and is display the information of each game and the discounts. So of course, let's also close this debug window completely, and let's continue with our journey. So down here, we have to go ahead and create a VStack, and the alignment is going to be set to .leading. And now we are at the easy part. So let's go ahead and create a text field. And inside here, we're going to interpolate, add the game.title.bold, and we need to set the line limit to 1. And for this part right here, we can go ahead and click on the live preview to actually see what appears on the screen. So it's important we leave the line limit at 1, because if we take this off, you're going to get multi-line titles, which will end up looking ugly eventually. So let's put that there and continue with the rest. The next thing we have to do is go ahead and create a text field that says originally, which is for the original price, and we need to escape and interpolate with game.normalPrice and add a $sign. So also a challenge for you guys is to translate this price into your home language, because the API returns the dollar price. So if you want to show it in euro or GBP or even rupees, you're going to have to go ahead and convert it yourself. So that's just a fun challenge you can try to do if you want to get better with Swift. But otherwise, we can go ahead and continue with a text of discounted price, interpolate game dot sale price $. And we want to give this a foreground color of .red so people can see the discount. So for the final text field, we just have to go ahead and insert a rating, and we are going to interpolate as always and type in game.steamrating% and insert the %. This way we're going to get all of the games loaded into our display, and we can actually go ahead and run the program now, and we should have a complete app regarding Steam discounts. As you can see here, we have a list that loads in the results. It gives us all the data for each one of the games, and we can click on any one of these that we desire, and it will take us to this screen over here. Of course, if you want to display other information, this has to be a personal project for yourself, because what I've given you are the tools to do this by yourself. But with that being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And of course, if you have any suggestions for other tutorials, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to look at it. Otherwise, with that being said, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next lesson.